today's live stream about why is the new supply still with the narcissist, right? We know the turkey. We know the narcissist can't keep a relationship. The narcissist is not worth staying with, and yet is still there. This may bother a lot of people because you might still be hung up on the narcissist, either because you want revenge or you actually want to get back together with this. Both. Do not get up with the narcissist that you so much crave the narcissist so much that back together with them. Way you're looking over there and you're wondering in the world is this new supply still. First, get hung up on the narcissist. Way to disconnect from them. And have a video that I recommend on how to disconnect from the mentally. It's going to be a little eye icon or the suggested videos come out in the description. Watch because I want to free you the tentacles of the narcissist, even their psychological tentacles. The narcissist isn't even trying to you, but you still feel it to them and you need to get free. But if you're looking over there and you see still hanging around, bothers you, no, missing out. Okay, there why are several reasons the new supply is still hanging out with the narcissist. None of them reasons to stay, actually. So the first reason, the new supply is ashamed at defeat, right? They spend weeks, months playing up the narcissist, about the narcissist, how the narcissist is their soulmate, their aim, their of their life, and they had to convince their families about this, and now for them to admit that the narcissist is a torque, and they were totally wrong. Narcissist, they're just too ashamed to admit it, right? They don't want to give up, and they're going to hang on because they're also afraid to be alone, want to go back to the single life, want to go back searching again. They're afraid they're going now for the rest of their life. Right? Find anyone as good as narcissist. Now there could be a second income, and if they separate from the narcissist, they're going to lose the benefits of having a second income in the household. So they're not going to be able to afford a home or as nice an apartment as they would with a second income that the narcissist brings in. Even be dependent on the narcissist's income because they're not working. The new supply is not even working. Again, another reason they're just lose too much. Disconnect from the narcissist. They their status that the narcissist. They may lose all the narcissist brought into their life. Don't want life to change much. So that brings reason. They're afraid of change. They would prefer to stay that's familiar. They want to stay that they're now to. They know all of the triggers. They know walking on eggshells. They know when to pull back and to isolate themselves. Narcissists. They know when to stop talking, right? They know when and how to react when the narcissist use their mind. So they're afraid of even changing that because then they would have to somebody new, somebody's newer quirks. And there's this old adage, which it goes like, better the devil you know than you don't know. I disagree with that. Really. It's like, no, get away from the period, right? When you run into another devil you don't know, get away from that one too. Don't ever subject yourself to someone who's horrible because you know them and you're familiar with their works, right? It's just not worth it. But to the new supply, they don't like change. Another reason that they don't leave the narcissist is because too broken leave. They have extreme self-esteem because the narcissist has hacking away at their self-esteem, self-worth, and and let the new supply know they would never get good a catch as the narcissist. And the new supply starts to believe that. They believe that there's no love them as much as the narcissist does. No one who would be passionate with them in the bedroom as a narcissist is, or who would love bomb as a narcissist did. They just want to what they had with the narcissist, like that was the apex of their worth, and that the narcissist is treating them feel like that's what they actually deserve something better. Not going to find anything better. It's better to stay with this and try to get them to value again. This is what the news is thinking. But we all know narcissist has devalued. You will no longer have value. There's supposed to be that if you come into money, you're valuable again. You know, you come in something that hasn't been the relationship. You get to know a celebrity. The new supply now has to celebrities, and the narcissists may find value again in the new supply. But that's only to use the new supply. So why the heck would the new supply stay, right? There are all these reasons. They may also be too afraid to be alone. They just don't want, and that's more, they're more being alone than with somebody who's horrible to them. So they'll stay with the narcissist. Maybe even have a green narcissist, right? This we have seen in the public sector a lot. Politicians or even movie stars, rap stars or whatever, music stars, of course, and athletes. You see philandering all over the place. They're with somebody new. And the reports are they're continually sleeping around. Yet their spouse sticks. Why is that? Is it in those cases, it's kind of obvious that the spouse gets a lot of their connection with the narcissist. They have this financial security, they have celebrities because they're a celebrity in some way. They get all the benefits that their narcissist brings them with that, right? Social status and financial status and access to people high up. So the new supply will stay, their spouse will stay. And if you're looking over there and you're jealous of the supply because they get to all these things, it's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. In the live stream, I talked about a friend of mine who escaped her very, very abusive, and she did it in, I want to say night, but I think it's more like work. She had planned it out with her mom and a girls, had stashed away money, stashed away a suitcase at her friend's house. Money, her mom had been contacting her through different devices that her spouse didn't know what was going on. So when she made her escape, nothing, she didn't have a large amount of money, a new home to go to. She didn't have another relationship, right, to keep branch to, which you do anyway. She would be totally alone. She had a friend, but that friend there for her 24/7. And she's a mom, but her mom lived in the state. So she had herself, but she also him and her happiness. So she ran away. She got away from him, and he did pursue her a bit. He was able to stay as far away that he could not. Now, he had a lot of things. He had money. They had a beautiful home, cars, anything she would need financially, but just wasn't worth it, you guys. Look over there and you think, oh, the guy's getting all this benefit. They're not. They're trading freedom and their happiness, material thing, right? Or social status. They're trading it that. and worth it, because at the end of your life, what are you going to say? Oh, well, at least I had a nice house. My life was miserable. Nice car. It doesn't matter. Okay. So if you're looking over there and the new supply still sticking around, you know what? Too bad for the new supply. You get to start over. And by the way, my friend, she is now happily married. She has a new husband. They've been together for quite some time now. And they have kids. They have a very modest home that they couple, but she's happy. She's free. She gets to explore creativity, do the things she wants to do, and that supports her. A husband that she gets to enjoy, that they love each other. They have a great. They they're not abusive towards each other. They build one another up. That is what she would have never had if she stayed with the narcissist that gave her a big house, nice cars, vacation, free clothing, designer, everything. It's not worth it. She's so much happier now. I just wanted to share that with you. Is the new supply still with the narcissist? Pretty much for no good reason. They may be also a narcissist. I don't know if I mentioned. The new supply might be a narcissist. They're addicted to the love bombing, the future faking, the promises. They actually are addicted physically and chemically, hormonally to the narcissist, because they've made this bond just like all of us had. And that's why the discard was so hard. Either us discarding the narcissist because we knew it was toxic and we had to get away, and especially when the narcissist discards us. It's like we're not ready. We didn't want it to end, and it had to end because they left. The addiction is still there. Like you crave it, right? The new supply has that, and they cannot let go. It's really hard until the decision is made for them and something separates them. They will not be free, but you get to be free. You get to move on. You get to find real happiness. You get to work on yourself, where you get to be the passionate person in your life who brings passion and life into every relationship. You can do that. You get to build yourself up. You get to create whatever you want to create. Explore your creative side. Explore what motivates you. Don't put too much worth on how much somebody else cares about you. Put worth into who you are as a person and what you bring to other people's lives, and even into your own life. You're going to be this amazing dynamic person that people are going to be attracted to, who are going to want to be near you. So you guys, there's so much to gain by leaving something that's toxic and damaging, and then building something that's beautiful. Because at the end of life, what are you going to do? You're going to look back and think, oh, I'm so glad I stayed with that narcissist that tore everything down. Well, I'm so glad that I took the chance and built something, even if it was small, but it brought you joy, right? And here's the deal. It's not going to be small. I can almost guarantee whatever you do with your life, it can be huge. It can make a big difference in your life and in the world, and people will miss you in the end. Well, you guys, that is today's show. That's the recap. If you want to hear more of the stories that I tell in the live stream, you have to watch that. I will link it to this video. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up, comment on the video, watch a commercial, even 30 seconds of those long ones. You don't want to watch the whole thing. Watch at least 30 seconds of it, and subscribe and share these videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a blessed week.